Woof, woof! Hey, Pack! Have you ever seen your food bowl getting empty and tried to warn your human, but they just don't understand your barking? I asked my machine friends at Quantoma.ai how to explain this problem to owners, and they told me this is called a liquidity crunch. And apparently humans often don't listen to those signs in money either and end up holding a big empty bag. Really? I felt like whining. Wim! Look, I don't like to skip meals, so hear me out. The AI is calling for a liquidity crunch because the big dogs are eating too much and they're going to let the money bag get empty. Serious. I like the AI machines. They're smart. But right now, the big tech companies like Microsoft and Google have huge plans to spend over $700 billion on new data centers and other blimpy stuff. For that, the companies are taking out massive loans at 6-7% interest. 6-7! When just a few years ago they could borrow for almost nothing and were just piling up cash. If $700 billion sounds like a lot, it is. But remember, the top dog is the US government. This guy is piling up deficits so large that last year alone, they gulp as much money as in all the years from 2001 to 2008. Combined. And we know that did not end well. Plus the interest rates. Treasuries are now being forced to pay over 4% in interest, when back in 2019, they were close to zero. The machines at Quantoma.ai also said 2019 is important, because you might remember what happened in 2020. Cough, cough. But that was just the shock, the result. The liquidity crunch, like the one we have now, had already started the year before. In 2019, the humans weren't listening to the barking either, and let the liquidity slide until a disaster happened. Right now, smaller companies and households are already having trouble getting loans, and job numbers are bad. That's the first sign the food bowl's getting empty. But the Fed, the central bank, isn't hearing the barking because they only listen to the big dogs. So what's the smart move? The fact is, the Fed will eventually have to do something. That is, cutting interest rates. Whether that happens before or after the bowl gets really empty, you need to be ready. My machine friends at Quantoma.ai are telling me to sniff out short to mid-duration US treasuries. They're like the safest bone pile, as they preserve value and can even go up. This way, if the bowl goes empty, you will not miss a meal. Okay, time for the pet talk. I'm just a dog. This is for fun and education, not financial advice. Please be prudent, pups. That's the scoop. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next bone. Stay positive. Woof woof.